Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Cody Kraz, and with me is one Mega Man fan, and we are going to be bringing you guys the CCS Can't Counterpick Stupid Invitational. First up, we've got this wild card match between the Batman and Throwing Shade. One Man Mega Man fan. I'm happy to have you here. How you feeling tonight?
Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing well. We're gonna cut right to the chase, I think, and get this game going since the lot of games ahead of us here in this ladder style tournament. So game one is going to be here on Braxis Holdout. First pick is being decided by a coin toss right now, and it looks like
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, as you said, that the Batmans are gonna get it here, so they'll get first pick of ban. And I'm interested to see what they decide here because neither team got to choose the map.
true. And two-lane map. It's got the somewhat recently reworked Zerg Wave situation. I'll be curious to see what teams want to run here.
And we see Morgana's getting taken out off the bat. Newest hero. He's in a weird spot. I feel like he's kind of like a Garrosh. If you know how to counter him, it's not too bad. But if you don't, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. Especially the I forget what it's called, but the ult that swaps his life with someone else's. It just wrecks you if you aren't thinking about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even the other alt, you get the healing off of heroes in the AoE area is great. Helps you kind of build back up your HP. You can't take damage while you're in that mode. So great way to kind of buy some time, almost like a Dahaka, and stall out. Dahaka being banned out by throwing shade, and then a quick ban here on the Asmodan.
You said Dahaka, but that's definitely not Dahaka.
Right.
Yeah. Dahaka is an okay ban on this map, surprisingly. Giving you the 5-man gank squad in the bottom every once in a while with his with his global is pretty fun. But Deckard, I think, is an excellent first ban there. Takes away the point control, and he just kind of leaves his potions everywhere to heal his team.
Yeah, it may hint towards something like an Alex Straza from Throwing Shade. They're going to be on a white main as well, so starting off with the support choke here, I would not be surprised for them to take it in their 1-2 rotation. But first pick is finally here after the bans. And the Batmans, they have an interesting decision here because they could go with a Soul Laner, they could go with more wave clear focus, tank. They're going to grab Rainer off the start, though.
Yeah, as a solid first pick. He brings a lot of sustained damage to the fights. He's got the... What do you think? Do you think that he's aiming for the Hyperion for like kind of the wave clear on the Zerg wave, or is he going to be aiming for Rainer's Raider just to bring that much more punch to a team fight?
I really think it depends on what ends up being on the other side of things as far as the composition. You know, you get a lot of value out of the Raider, just having kind of almost an extra body to do damage the entire time once you hit 10, as long as you don't let it die. But Hyperion, going to have that wave clear advantage here, and also helps push down structures. Garrosh, Jaina, strong combo here off the start.
Absolutely.
Surprised we don't see Johanna, though, to counter out that Rainer.
Maybe, but grabbing Garrosh Jaina together there, I really like that. Takes away one of the main counters to Garrosh and the slows of Jaina. Zagara Stukov coming through. They got the top lane pressure with the Zagara. She's pretty brutal to lane into if you don't have the right tools. And then Stukov has a lot of sustained healing. Going to be good in the 4-man skirmish in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Stukov, especially with that silence, you can kind of shut down the point for a second or two if you need to buy some time for your tank or something.
Yeah.
Zagara in the soul lane definitely has the ability to push. I'm surprised we didn't see them go for the Johanna here, but with Garrosh taken off the board, they may not be as concerned about who they have for their main tank. Diablo banned out from the side of Throwing Shade, so we will not see him this game.
Yeah, quick shout out. Just got a subscription from Zasabi7. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate having you here watching tonight.
And Anna pulled off the board here as a support.
That's a lot of support choke. Do you think we'll see a Brightwing?
I was gonna say a Brightwing or an Alex Straza. She is good at points that have, or maps that have some sort of point control. I actually see Tehran come out here, which could roll into a solo or a double, and then Thrall, who may end up being that soul laner for us here.
Yeah, I think Thrall might end up doing alright into Zagara. He can sustain himself with his trait. He can what is it, the Frostwolf? Something or other.
Yeah, he gets the stacks off the spells. Johanna Kel'Thuzad. I like the Johanna pickup. KTZ, if he can land his chains, I feel like he gets a lot of value here. But I feel like there's a big lack of overall wave clear from the Batmans right now. Just based off this, compared to you have the Jaina on the other side. Thrall does decently in the wave. Genji going to be the last pick here for throwing shade.
Yeah, the one thing I will
see a Phoenix come out.
The one thing I will say is Joanna is surprising amount of wave clear, especially when she goes that talent that the flashlight marks everyone for damage. But mostly, I imagine their strategy will have fewer Zerg coming at them than the other squad.
Yeah, definitely. We may see a Mullet here, possibly. It's not that big of a map, so Knight is not going to get quite as much value. But like I said, I'm really surprised we don't see a Phoenix, because Phoenix is like almost, I feel like, a go-to here with Planet Cracker, or something like a Ragnaros. It's an interesting draft here from both these teams. Based off draft, who do you think has it here initially, Cody?
I'm really excited about this sort of blow-up thing that could be happening here with the Garrosh, Genji, Jaina, Tyrande combo. I think that's far more exciting to me than just a squad of heroes that look. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is it looks like the Batmans are playing heroes that they like to play more so than a single cohesive comp to me.
Yeah, and that can work out sometimes in a team's favor. Comfort picks, there's a lot to be said for that. If you're very comfortable on something, you can get away with a little bit more because you know the hero so well.
True. Yeah, so... go ahead.
I said we have a long load in here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't verify... I have no idea which servers we're supposed to be playing on, so we'll go with this one, but I'll make sure to ask that in Discord for the future.
It should be... Most tournaments are sent, so I think we're okay.
Okay, good. I just didn't know this one was, all the times are given in Pacific and everything, so... Started to panic. What is happening here?
I don't know. This is like... Usually this happens when, like, there's a DC or a crash. It's starting to load a little bit on my end now.
Yeah, here we go. A lion might be on the toaster.
I'm gonna assume he may have DC'd here. So we'll probably have a quick pause at the beginning, most likely.
Yep, so by the rules, for anyone tuning in, this is going to be cast on a 2-minute delay. In case people are wondering why, when we chat with Twitch chat, it's a little slow or whatever. Also, 10 minutes of disconnect time for teams as they, have to deal with computer issues or whatnot. So, teams have made it to the tournament. They just, we'll see how this pause goes. If there's one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens after the pause. That's always the, and there may not be one. KTZ's starting to load in here.
Yeah.
Alliance Computer's doing its best to chug through the reconnect system.
Yeah.
It's my BlizzCon wish, is a new system.
It has gotten significantly better. It seemed like they added keyframes at some point.
Oh yeah, it's definitely way better than it used to be, but could always be better.
Indeed. Yeah. So, just waiting on Kel'Thuzad to load in here, and that's probably not a hero you want to be having a lot of, connection difficulties on, having to hit those combos and basically being half a hero until you get your first 20 stacks. Have you played much Kel'Thuzad?
I don't play him too often. I am not very good with him, or mages in general.
I feel the same way.
It definitely will help once he's able to get his Glacial Spike put down. Usually makes it a little easier to connect chains and get that combo off just in general. A little harder to position and get your full combo off on a hero whenever you're kind of working with a wall or another hero.
Yeah, especially because they recently, it's like 2 months ago now, took away his ability to chain people to structures.
See, that's I don't play KTZ, so I didn't even know that.
Fair enough. Yeah, he became much... They kind of leveled out his power spike. I think it's not quite as big as it used to be, but they took away the ability to chain people to structures, so we won't be seeing that interaction anymore. Alright, well, the game has finally started here. And Kel'Thuzad joined.
Has started. Yeah, he has rejoined. On the left-hand side in the blue, we are going to have the Batmans. Looks like Illusion's going to be on Johanna. There's that pause.
We made it.
we made it in the game. Green car's on Zagara. KC Delt is going to be playing that. I believe that's Killzuzad there. No, that's Stukov. Princess Di is going to be on that Johanna, and then Killzuzad will be played by Eli once they get in here.
I think Princess Di is the Rainer.
Is he?
Yeah, Illusion's the Johanna there above Casey Delt.
There we go. Yep, I tabbed it up to pull it up.
Gotcha.
These skins.
Yeah. On the right hand side here, we've got Throwing Shade. Tanker's going to be Thrall, solo laning top against Zagara most likely. MJ Doom is the Genji. Mimsy is the Jaina. And Jay, we've been told to call him, is the Tyrande. And Zaldreth is the Garrosh.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to ask them for a ETA.
Yep, and I did start a timer, so if these teams chats are goofy. But yeah, they are on the clock with their pause time. So hopefully we will get this Rumble started soon.
Hopefully. Guess
we can go back to the camera screen for now on Twitch. Oh wait, no, there's a Kel'Thuzad. Alright, as soon as they have ready, so you can go ahead and count them in.
Maybe.
Alright, here we go. We're ready to play some HOTS.
Why is it not? There we go.
There we go. And by ready to HOTS, we mean the game will start in exactly 15 seconds. So, looking at the talents at level 1 here, we have Garrosh going with a standard Warbreaker talent there. Thrall Echo the Elements as a solo laner. Genji's going Swift Strike build. Jaina's got the Globe Quest, given that they're the bonus globes on the north and south points there. I think that's a good choice. And finally, Tyrande has the Spell Armor on her Heelys.
Yeah, I like the choice here. Rainer going with the ace in a hole with that brand new icon there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't recognize that talent.
Damage. Yeah, it's a new icon. They kind of stealth dropped it in, but that stunner slow heroes 15% more damage with Johanna. You know, you're gonna have that option there to get that slow. Same thing with KTZ and Tukov. So a few options here.
Absolutely.
Initial poke. Looks like a potential gank on Zagara. Green card going to get away up top, but very low. MJ Doom diving in there with that Thrall.
Yeah, and that's the huge advantage that having that Genji brings you. He can, you know, he's not really a global, but he gets from point A to point B really quickly, puts pressure on that solo laner all the time. Zagara's going to have to be careful there on the north side.
Yeah, and Johanna actually has not chosen her talent yet here. There you go, just locking in. Going to go with that Laws of Hope at level 1.
Yeah, there's Genji Swift Strike in the back. Lunar Flare helps him get on out of there.
This is going to be the fairly normal poke we see on this map in the early game. You know, every map has something. You know, the Spider Queen usually runs a little bit longer. A little B step. Johanna trying to bait something out here. Don't think it's going to happen, but Genji's starting to make a rotation up. Maybe looking for a gank up there.
Yeah, got the camera up here. We'll see Tanker stepping towards the point, maybe trying to bait Zagara in. He's fairly low, though. That Hydralisk is chunking him out.
Yeah, Hydralisk getting a lot of value here. Genji going in, but probably not going to be able to get the pick off here.
Tanker probably has to back. I assume he's already used the tap. Maybe I'm wrong.
He does not. He has his tap up.
Okay, that's good news for him. Meanwhile, neither team has fully controlled the beacons yet. Looks like we have the Batmans putting some damage out here. Little skirmish breaking out over the bottom lane. They've controlled the bottom beacon. No progress just yet. Teams are holding steady till 4.
Potentially
usually see.
Getting a lot of value there with that Raynor, getting some early damage out, and they're pushing out on the tower here, which could be a good sign for them in this early game. Just some extra XP.
Yeah, absolutely. What time do you usually see people start heading for mercenary camps on this map?
You know, it varies on whether teams have drafted a specific camp taker. We do see Genji already working, or no, sitting up there by the siege camp. And with Thrall being here, I'm surprised they really haven't went for it. Green car, gonna be okay, playing pretty safe here. But yeah, I'm surprised they haven't had Thrall start to work on these camps, or at least the siege camp, considering it's so easy to take down for someone like a Thrall or a Sonya. On the other end, there's not really a great camp taker for the side of the Batman. So you get a nice root in the bottom. Zagara falls up top to Genji.
Yeah, first blood gonna be going over to throwing shade. Finally pays off with that Genji gank. A little surprised we didn't see Thrall back right there to heal on up to start reclaiming pressure in the top lane.
Well, you know, he's able to heal between the globes and his trait, you know, picked up there. Jaina falls in the bottom. Garrosh getting fairly low, and the Batman's doing a great start here with, you know, these kills. Just you know, holding back off, coming back, but the pressure down here is great for them. Obviously, the first Zerg wave going to be in the top for them, but any extra pressure down here is just going to help prep that next wave afterwards. And they're starting to get close to their level 7s here.
Yeah, their foreman's really punishing the rotations of the Genji. I think they're being a little greedy. They being throwing shade are being a little greedy in the top lane. Also, quick shout out to Notakure. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub.
Genji back up here looking for the pick. There's the dash in.
Missed that.
That's a dead Zagara.
Garrosh was getting chunked out here in the bottom lane. There was an excellent combo from the Kel'Thuzad on him. Now Mimsy and Zaldreth in the bot lane, struggling, but the gank in the top lane has secured the top beacon for now.
Secured the top beacon, and you notice the well is gone now in this bottom lane, which is a big deal. It's going to be much harder for the side of throwing shade to hold this lane against this 4-man with that well being gone. And honestly, if they can keep this up, the Batemans may be able to take down this fort, rotate top, and just swap where the soul lane sits. Dive in on line here, toss back in from the Garrosh. Maybe in trouble. Tower gets the kill, but the counter kill on the Garrosh here. Raynor chasing in, looking for the pick on Doom, but not going to happen. And still a half-level lead here for the side of throwing shade.
Yeah, in the top lane we've got a huge battle going on here between Tanker and Green Car. MJ Doom not going to show up in time to secure the gank onto Green Car. And both teams have their 7s online. I'm not seeing anything. I guess the Frost Armor is a little twist in this Tanner Jaina build.
Yeah, and Zagara actually going with Serrated Spines to kind of buff up that 1v1 potential.
Yeah.
Get a little extra damage on those auto attacks. Doom hiding on the side, looking for potential here.
Yeah, Tanker kind of stepped up to bait that. A-Lion's going to cover that, though. Tanker might be... Oh, if that chain hit, Tanker was in trouble.
Oh, Doom intercepts it. Tanker walks away with about 75 HP. Gonna be able to hearth here. That's the channel started now for the side of the Batmans.
Yeah, Doom swift striking in on the back line. Luckily, he does have that hop available. Gets away over the wall. This 4-man on the side of throwing shade's a little low. They're posturing here, trying to take back the beacon. I don't know if they're...
The downfall of a Tyrande is while she does have much better solo clearing capabilities now, it still doesn't quite feel like she can fully hold her own like you would with a Deckard, Alex, you know, what we would typically see as a main support. Yeah, definitely feels like she has a mana issue still.
Yeah, definitely just trouble with sustain in general. I think her, especially with that spell armor, her burst output in a quick fight is plenty. But like you said, the sustain between the mana and just the total healing output, if she can't be sitting there auto-attacking a hero over and over, just struggles to put out the numbers.
Yep, Genji looking for potential coming down on the backside. I really wish they would just step on that point just to neutralize it. The points now, if you step on them, auto-neutralize. Looking for a toss-in here by Garrosh. Not going to connect with anyone. Illusion using that Iron Skin to kind of hold off there and not have to worry about being tossed in because of that unstoppable. But yeah, like I was saying, if you just step on the points, it neutralizes them now. So you don't actually have to stand there until they get neutral. You just have to tap it and then get off.
Yeah. Genji putting out a...
in.
Yeah, they take care of the Joanna, and Doom does make it out with his life after pressuring the backline pretty hard, enabling that Joanna kill. And that gives them almost a half-level lead, and they now are earning retribution on the beacon progress.
Yeah, they're gonna get some channel on their side.
Stukov gets tossed in. Is Genji gonna be here in time? Oh, misses the Swift Strike that would have probably given him the confirmation on KC Delt. He's able to hop out, dodges the Kel'Thuzad combo, and they're gonna go ahead and back off.
They're gonna back off. Jaina, nice and healthy now. Has full health with mana, gonna be able to come down here, clean up this wave with her team. I like that Genji's rotating here, especially now they have their 10s, but I really wish they would take this 4v4 in the bottom with the 10. They're having a tough time in this lane. I don't feel like they're gonna get enough value up in the top. Yeah, this may be a wasted level 10 advantage here.
Yeah, we do have Warlord's Challenge, Earthquake, X-Strike, Ring of Frost, and we have the Shadow Stalk there from the Tyrande. Looks like they're looking for some kind of set them up, knock them all down combo with a Ring of Frost, X-Strike together there. Maybe the Earthquake to enable the Ring of Frost. Little hit confirmation on that.
Yep, and also helps with the X-Strike, trying to get that landed. And chat did say that Armix may be a little bit low.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can boost us both here.
Zagara did go. There's a nice Ring of Frost can land on 3 members, but you're going to see the double kill here. X-Strike goes in, connecting with all 4. Not going to be enough, though, and that's a quick kill on the Jaina and the Tyrande here. They'll be back here shortly. Very short death timers in this early game still. But that quick blow up, but the ring was great there. Ring connected with 3 members, and that was definitely a great start to that fight. Unfortunately, Tyrande not able to keep herself and Jaina alive through that.
Yeah, an excellent turn in that fight. Oh, A-Lion eats the Swift Strike from Genji, trying to put him away. A counter kill onto the Genji, takes him out. A-Lion lives with 100 health. Stukov healing him on up there.
That was dirty. Thrall also died there. They were standing right next to each other. He got the full combo off on both of them. And even if he had fallen there, that would have been a 2-for-1 trade, which would have been great here for the side of the Batmans. Channel is done. They're going to start pushing down the bottom lane. Princess died, did go ahead and go with that Raider, so they're not going to go with the Hyperion. They're going to probably sit down here, clean this up, and push this forward, and is what I'd love to see. But they're choosing to rotate instead. I don't know if I agree with this call. Bottom lane is pretty much free push for this 4-man right now.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little distracted. I was trying to boost our mics a little more. Hopefully someone will let us know if that's any better. But this Zerg wave rumbling down top lane, it's absolutely going to get this fort. And it's still almost 50% health. The wave clear not coming through like we maybe expected to see from throwing shade.
Yeah, well, Jaina does have a decent amount here. But in all honesty, it feels like both the teams are kind of lacking in that wave clear in general.
Yeah, Stukov Puddle's so rude in the gate like that.
I know, just dropping that dropping the silence there. 13's locked in for the Batmans here.
Yeah, let's see what they've got. They've got the spinning hammers from Joanna. And the armor on the creep.
Going with protective coating. Yeah, I think I like that here. There's not a lot of cleanup here on to the creep so far in this match, so I feel like this is a fairly safe pickup here for Zagara.
Yeah, definitely going to give her the upper hand in that matchup with the Thrall in the top lane. And yeah, that combined with the Nidus network too. She might even be pretty bruisey in the team fights if she can get some, what's it called, creep on both sides of the map.
Yeah, she's actually starting to get the creep down here. Green Tower working on that.
Oh,
nice
the wall.
Chain on the tanker here.
Thought maybe he was going to get away with it because of the wall there, but he made it on out anyway. Or sorry, he got taken out anyway.
This is actually a strong 5-man push here. They do have that camp pushing top, so it's really in their favor to be down here. They're just going to toss Unstoppable, going to actually stop any damage coming out from Tyrande. There's the silence blow up on the Jaina. Another kill here for the Batemans. They are pushing in here, looking to take down some more structures, get some more XP. And honestly, if they keep this up, they are in a great spot to win this match and move on.
Yeah, I was slightly surprised they chose to send the Joanna back there. They're continuing to pressure after they got that pick, but they look like they're deciding to invade this siege camp up top. Maybe they'll use that to pressure top wall in addition to their sentry camp here.
Yeah, definitely an option to go ahead and go through with that. And being healthy is always a good thing. You don't want your tank being too low on health or mana before a fight. They're going to go ahead and start the boss here. And this could be a little risky because it is 13 to 14. There's not a significant advantage here, but not going to be spotted out at all. Illusion actually going to zone here.
Yeah, that's the best part about playing Joanna is you can just walk in there and probably make it out.
There's the taunt. They're using a lot, and they are not going to get the kill here. That's a lot blown, but Johanna did throw the Blessed Shield out, so that is going to be on cooldown at least. Warlord's Challenge a little bit shorter cooldown, and we're going to have Beacons active in about 5 seconds or so, which at this point looks like they're going to go ahead and move over to having another wave coming in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and the way things are looking, that wave could end the game if Throwing Shade isn't careful here.
Yeah, that is quite possible. There's going to be the boss taking down the tower that was left and part of the sidewall here. 3-man up in the top, trying to kind of help zone this off. 16 going to be here in about a half level or so for the side of the Batman.
It's a party bush.
Bush party here. Big blow up coming out here. That's a triple. And
that should absolutely
I don't think they saw that one coming.
Nah, it was cheeky. And this will be top keep. It'll be Zergwave in the bottom lane, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Batman step forward towards core. If nothing else, that pressure from the north lane could secure the bottom keep from the Zergwave.
Yeah, this keep being done is big. They can actually sit here with the wave and kind of force the issue and basically say, hey, you're going to either lose your keep bottom or core damage, your choice. But they're choosing to go down and rotate in to help push with this wave. Definitely still should secure the keep with that 16 advantage. But, I feel like the threat on core may have been a little bit better for them here.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just, doing half the damage and safely retreating is still then just opening up for a backdoor. There's an Earthquake popped here. Got the Ring of Frost catching all 4 members in the backline there. Jaina's the first to fall in this fight, but now Genji has fallen as well.
Yeah, a big Ring of Frost on the 4 members, but Stukov immediately using those flailing swipes to peel for his team. Genji did get that X-Strike off, but not going to be enough to get that pick. There's going to be the chain coming down onto Garrosh. Pulled back in. There's going to be the blow up. He will fall as well, too. Core is starting to fall, and that looks like it's going to be GG here.
Yeah, absolutely. The level advantage was too much for Throwing Shade to overcome. The 3 levels starts to equal about 12% health and damage, and just the coordination was there, but the pure numbers just weren't. GG's coming through.
But GG's for sure from both teams.
Yeah, rolling over here to the stat screen once that shows up. Let's yeah, Kel'Thuzad putting out the numbers, 8 kills, 40,000 damage. Looked quite good after we were dubious of his pick early. Anything else you want to note about stats and numbers?
They were able to get the combos off and get to the picks, and this definitely feels like more of a comfort pick situation, kind of like we were talking about in the draft, for the side of the Batmans. But congratulations to them, moving on to this next game.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a quick peek at the talents, I know we showed them a decent amount during the game, but the Holy Renewal on Joanna at 16, don't always see that, but I think that's a nice pick there. And again, I think neither of us really knows a lot about Kel'Thuzad, but I don't think that's a very standard build.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's very standard. I definitely see more of a standard build out of someone like the Raynor. Stukov, a little bit of an interesting build. I don't think that's the norm. It feels like a kind of going for that old school looking arm build, but that definitely was nerfed.
Yeah.
But they made it work, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, 14 kills to 4, and definitely the 4-man getting that early game advantage in the bot lane definitely secured an advantage that they snowballed through the rest of the game. Snowballs are what happens on Brax's holdout a lot of the time, and the Batmans made it happen. One Mega Man fan, are you going to be sticking around to co-cast any more games, or what are you thinking for tonight?
I won't, unfortunately, because it is the East Coast for me, so it is way past my old man bedtime.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for stopping by. I had a blast casting with you. I need to go ahead and start updating some stuff for the next match. Thanks for coming by. It was super fun, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Have a great night, and good luck with the rest of the games.
Yeah, thank you so much. Take care, man. And yeah, for the rest of you, we're going to take a quick break here as we set up the next match. Our next match will be the number 4 seed versus the number 5 seed, Arrogant Nephilim, versus Wandering Ronin. And so don't go anywhere. I'm going to toss you guys over to the splash screen for now. But hopefully we'll be back in a couple minutes. And if nothing else, I'll just hang out and chat with you guys for a while the teams filter in. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, what's up, everyone? We're back. We're working on getting the teams in here right now. It is going to be Wandering Ronin versus Arrogant Nephilim. And yeah, they're rolling into the lobby right now. This map will be Towers of Doom, as chosen by the tournament organizers for our game one of the actual tournament bracket. First game having been a play-in. If you're looking for that other game, I'm not certain if you're like trying to follow the Batmans on their journey towards the top. Check out Crow or Professor Bobo or Odd Thought or Tootie. I think it's actually Tootie, not Odd Thought. They'll be having the other games, or there's a multi-twitch. As soon as these teams Alright. The teams are ready to go. Again, I just want to shout out again Zasabi and Nadakir so much. Thank you so much for the for the Twitch subscriptions. Super appreciate it, guys. It's super awesome. And yeah, as we heard right before we left, one Mega Man fan is an East Coaster. He has to go to bed. So he's out. It'll just be me this game. Next game, I'll probably be joining forces with Professor Bobo. But the teams are ready, and I'm ready. So let's get this party started. As I said earlier, this is going to be Towers of Doom. Wandering Ronin is going to get first pick in the coin toss there. So Towers of Doom, you like to see, global heroes. Sometimes a Dahaka is really tasty here. Azmodan is a pretty priority pick on maps where his split push gets a lot of value. Other things, I don't really see people banning support quite as hard as Throwing Shade did last game. Because there's so many viable supports currently, looks like Wandering Ronin going to open up the ban phase with a Genji ban. I like them removing that slippery assassin from the back line and from the game, even though he's a lot of fun to play. Gonna see an Abathur ban on the side of Arrogant Nephilim. Whoops, I wonder... Hopefully all my screens were on the right thing. I do notice that I was on the wrong tab on my Streamlabs, so if you're just joining the draft, there you go. I apologize for that. Sorry, writing down team names and notes for myself here. We have Azmodan and Mal'Ganis, being banned out. Shout out Jeff. We talked about why Azmodan might be banned, and the Mal'Ganis, I think people just aren't quite used to dealing with him. Fancy Feast says, "What up, Cody? Welcome to the stream, Fancy Feast. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by." We have Deckard first picked, and immediately Kerrigan Diablo. That's a bursty melee couple heroes there. Got Diablo, maybe the best tank hero in the game currently, and Kerrigan, after she got her small rework, she's been a fairly high priority pick, even after they nerfed her back down a little bit. Brings you a lot of CC, some mobility. I think that's a strong first pick opening from them. Blaze and Medivh going to be on the other side. I like the protection. That's a lot of kind of counter draft there. Going to keep... Blaze might be able to keep people alive with a bunker. If he's nailing his bunker drops, going to be tough for Arrogant Nephilim to blow people up with Kerrigan. Also gives you some protection from that Lightning Breath, and it's going to be the Tychus band coming out. Makes you kind of wonder if there's a Cho'Gall in the works. I don't really think so. But this is Arrogant Nephilim. I've seen them run the Cho'Gall before. They also... Trabe on Arrogant Nephilim is known for his Azmodan. That's another reason that got banned early. Good scouting by Wandering Ronin. Thank you for the follow, Fancy Feast. Means a lot to me, my friend. And yeah, the final ban going to be Tyrande from Wandering Ronin. Narrowing that support pool a little bit, taking away that CC on the end of Diablo's overpower. Gonna be Jaina and Alexstrasza for Arrogant Nephilim. Definitely like the Jaina pick. Alexstrasza maybe a slight bit less, but she's still super strong. Got that life binder to keep Diablo or Kerrigan alive as they go deep. Dragon form for when the shrines are happening. She can bully people all over the place with that. Keep her team topped right off. And yeah, Jaina brings wave clear. She brings burst. She brings a little CC. We've got a Blaze Tyrael frontline on the side of Wandering Ronin, and I like that a lot. It's hard to run the solo Tyrael sometimes, but Tyrael Blaze, they complement each other so well. So much protection. And then the Rainer on top. He's having to put out a bunch of damage, but I think he successfully can. Zagar going to be the solo laner from Arrogant Nephilim. They have back-to-back Zagar games from the teams we've been watching. Hopefully you guys are excited to see the Zerg Queen doing her thing. So yeah, we have no swaps. It's going to be Segatai rolling his Diablo into battle. Let's see how he does into Vratic and Opaka. Gonna be super fun. Shoot Medivh into the sun, says Knight725. That might absolutely be the plan. You know, Medivh obviously trying to get stacks, then feed. You know, as soon as you complete the quest, it's usually the plan. Watch him die once, get that out of the way. We'll see how that goes. I think looking at the comps, I'm super excited to watch this Wandering Ronin comp. I think it's going to demand a lot of execution, but if they can pull it off, it's going to be sweet. They've got the protection from the blow up. I think they might have just outdrafted Arrogant Nephilim. We'll see how it goes in game. Obviously, if they aren't playing heroes they're comfortable with, might not be quite as good, but overall should be quite tasty. It's a good draft from both teams. On the left side here, we've got the Wandering Ronin. Vratic's going to be on the Tyrael, Opaka on the Blaze, Archmage on the Deckard, Giblets on the Raynor, and the Medivh is not showing me his name. Honey I Am on the Medivh. On the right side here, we've got Arrogant Nephilim, Cavalrest. It's going to be the Alexstrasza, Segatai on the Diablo, Antaeus on the Kerrigan, Trabe going to be playing the Jaina, and Zagar on the top lane going to be Mig. Medivh scouting out the side of Arrogant Nephilim, taking a peek at the level 1 talents. We've got the Global Quest again from the Jaina. Fury of the Swarm there for the Kerrigan. Jaina clears out that wave oh so quickly. As soon as this last guy falls, they might rotate towards the bottom lane. We'll see if they're rotating as 4, if they're going to aim for more of a 1-3-1. And interestingly, Wandering Ronin are perfectly happy to just let that experience fizzle in the mid lane. I think kind of a weak rotation from them. We'll see if that continues, if that was just a fluke. Medivh pops the portal, get his squad out of trouble. Segatai eats that. Alexstrasza W gets healed right on up. And from Tyrael, we've got Justice for All. Other than that, things looking fairly standard. We've got the Endurance Stim Pack and Sapphire there. Checking on talents again when level 4 gets here. A lot of damage popped out onto Vratic there, but they have a Deckard King. They're going to go ahead and sustain through there just fine. Medivh, though, gets caught in deep, and First Blood goes over to Arrogant Nephilim. At this point, Arrogant Nephilim has decided to use that advantage to send 3 members over to the Sapperling camp and scoop those up. Meanwhile, Trabe just sharking around the bot lane, making it look like there's more threat there than there is, keeping up the soak. Excellent Blizzard there to clear out as much of that wave as possible. And now Wandering Ronin rolls over to their Sapper camp. Segatai scouting it out over the wall, but the Medivh in company there. Half a level lead currently for Arrogant Nephilim. Their rotations have been on point so far. Looks like Wandering Ronin going to make it back just in time. No, they aren't. There go 2 sappers into the front wall. Trying to clear up the third before things get too saucy in the bot lane here. There's Vratic getting overpowered. Eats the protection from the Medivh. Kerrigan combo pulls him back, and there goes Tyrael. Level 4 advantages here now for Arrogant Nephilim. Jaina picking up that Frostbolt talent, as she usually does. Got Kinetic Fulmination for the Kerrigan there. And Zagara going with Medusa Blades this time. Not going to do that quest that we saw last game. Got the Exuberance from the Alexstrasza. RTB says, yo, these drafts are filthy, and I agree. Like I said, I especially like the Wandering Ronin's draft, but they're struggling a little bit in the early game. Lots of combos coming out from Arrogant Nephilim. Might see Wandering Ronin stabilize a bit once more talents come online. Teams are going to trade the altars in the top lane, get back to business, and it looks like bottom lane's going to go over to Arrogant Nephilim before Wandering Ronin can respond. So early core health advantage for Arrogant Nephilim. They're also a level ahead in experience. Having a strong game so far. Cigar is trying to pull away, grab this top sapper camp, and it looks like Blaze doesn't know what's happening just yet. Might take a peek there after he clears the lane, though. Every Medivh death is a guilt, says Knight. Meg looks like gonna back off, just hand the camp over, go... Well, I thought he was gonna collect that experience. Instead, gonna try to battle for this top, but he doesn't have the mana or the health to do that. So there's the sappers off the top lane, and he gave up the experience, basically for no reason. Now might be getting ganked here. 5 people show up. There's the scroll of sealing. Step, but he had to step so far out of position away from the entrance to his gate there that he falls. Now that's Wandering Ronin's first kill of the game. Get a little catch-up experience there. But 7s are in line for Arrogant Nephilim. Diablo, sticking with the standard Fire Stomp build that's so popular after his rework. We've got a strong rotation coming down 4 versus 4 as this wall gets picked up by Segatai. He is on a horse, he's rolling away. Gonna be a single altar spawning here in 30 seconds. Both teams will be on even talent here. We might have our first big 5 versus 5 fight of the game. Sappers being picked up by Arrogant Nephilim. They do have time to invade if they want. Segatai scouts it out with the Fire Stomp. Altar looking to be channeled here by Trabe. Tyrael interrupts it with the Justice Sword. Segatai charges onto Deckard Cain, overpowers him out of the Kerrigan combo. Archmage now is going to be able to get away. Dragon Queen is popped. Huge W from the Dragon Queen. Kevel at rest, keeping up Kerrigan. Kerrigan whiffs on another combo. But Arrogant Nephilim do control the altar, putting them up 36-28. Now they're going to head back to lane, look to continue their experience lead, roll that into an early 10. And hopefully that'll happen for them around the time that the next shrines pop up. I don't know that it will. Those sappers do collide with the front wall. Segatai excellently uses the Shadow Charge onto the Tyrael that was trying to dive the back line, and Blaze gets overpowered. Tower helps finish him off alongside the Diablo. And a little overextension from Wandering Ronin gets immediately punished by Arrogant Nephilim. And that whole time too, Zagara in that top lane soaking. Pushing him back all the way up to a whole level lead. Tyrael getting blasted on. Has to use his Sword of Justice to get away. He's going to be just fine. Got a bunch of health. Yeah, we've got 1 Medivh death so far. Checking his quest stacks. He's got 11 on that Master's Touch. Diablo is at full souls, so he's one tanky big boy. Got fast respawn time too. I wouldn't be surprised to see Arrogant Nephilim throw all 5 members at the opposing altar, given that they will have a level 10 advantage here momentarily as soon as Zagara picks up some of this soak. Altar's coming online in 5 seconds. Yeah, here they come. They're trying to get the interrupt with their 10 advantage. Archmage going to go ahead and pick it up, so Zagara rolls away. Takes the altar and trade. Unfortunate for Arrogant Nephilim, they couldn't find more with their 10 advantage. They get the overpower onto Vatic. There's the Ring of Frost. It does land on the Rainer. Rainer get chunked out, falls to the Lightning Breath, and now also Medivh falls. Another gift for you there, Knight. It's 2 kills for none in exchange. That's why you don't want to fight when you're down a talent tier. You're watching this at home, kids, especially if that talent tier is 10. That you're going to have a bad time. And with those kills, they're going to invade aggressively. They, being Arrogant Nephilim, rolls into Wandering Ronin side, picks up their sapper camps. Going to get those. I'll see probably just the Diablo escort those safely to the wall. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad scoops up the others. And we might have bottom lane get controlled here by Arrogant Nephilim shortly. 10s are online though for Wandering Ronin. They've got Sanctification, Polybomb, got the Rainer's Raider, Stay a While and Listen, and Bunker. So very defensive, these ultimates. Aside from not taking the Hyperion on Rainer, but I think that's an acceptable choice. up here in the top lane. Opaka and Mig just dueling it out. Zagara doing her best to siege down that top wall. Opening up the map, taking away most of Blaze's defenses there. She runs out of mana before she can pressure all the way up to the well. Got a single altar phase here, starting in the bot lane, but only not controlled quite yet by Arrogant Nephilim. Fancy Feast asked how many games after this one. This is the quarterfinals, I guess. This is the round of 8. So next will be the round of 4, and then finally the round of 2. And if you stick with my stream, it'll be my stream up until potentially the finals. But we'll be watching the winner of this match take on the winner of Professor Bobo's match, if you want to see who's playing over there. So he'll join me as the co-caster. We'll watch those games, and then the winner of that series will move on to the finals. There's Lightning Breath on the backline. Bunker popped in response. Now we have Stay a While, and let's get all the members of Arrogant Nephilim. They're trying to retreat on out of that. All the ones that are there. Zagara is still pushing in the top lane. She's not shown up just yet. But Giblets is going to get the channel to connect, but at the cost of losing the fort in the top lane. Taking that fort gave Arrogant Nephilim a 13 level lead, 13 talent tier advantage. So we do have Icy Veins now online for the Jaina. It's going to make her super strong in team fights, if she wasn't already strong enough for you already. Now she can push a button, drop more combos, do more damage. I guess it doesn't actually do more damage by the numbers, it's just by multiplication. But anywho, Blaze rotating up. He's going to try to stop Zagara from also taking mid. Lands a jet propulsion on her. Now she's going to back off. But they still have vision of all 4 members of Wandering Ronin in the bottom lane. And yeah, nothing being done quite yet to go take back that top tower. Both teams move to their sapper camps. Arrogant Nephilim picks up theirs. I would have loved to see a heavy invade from them. Not going to do it quite yet. They're going to try to push some damage onto Tyrael. They do barely connect the combo. Vadic dropping low. Have to use Stay a While and listen to disengage. Mig chasing down the Tyrael. Not going to be able to get there. Yeah, Tyrael makes it out. Wow, aggressive engage there from the Kerrigan. She jumps in, pops the combo onto Vadic, but Vadic gets healed on up. Alexstrasza's W does not connect after the scattering there. But it's a 5 versus 4 Zagara. Looks like she's going to roll to another lane to put some pressure on. I guess she's going to channel top through the Nidus network and rejoin the fray. And it looks like Arrogant Nephilim content to maybe try to capture this bottom. Nope, they're going to go ahead, take the bottom altar. Get the shots where they can get the shots. They're going to aggressively push into the tower. Second tile lands a Shadow Charge onto Vadic. Starts chunking them out. Jaina misses the Cone of Cold. But it's 25-14 in core health there. Blaze is doing his best to take down that top. For huge carrying combo, she pops the ult. There's the Ring of Frost as well. Lightning Breath lands heavily, drops the Rainer. Sanctification comes through to save the other members. 4 now. Got the disengage provided there by Archmage. Excellent Scroll of Sealing there. Gets the rest of the squad out. But Trabe and company trying to escort their minions up to this bottom. To keep now. It's going to save for it. There's another Stay a While and Listen. Has it been 60 seconds already? Yes, it has. Polybomb now getting passed back and forth between Kerrigan and the Jaina. But they're shoving their minions forward. 13s are online for Wandering Ronin. Though Medivh has not picked his talent just yet. There it goes. Medivh going to try to put D-push to Zagara, but he's not going to be there in time. She's got that Infest there. And all the towers now on the side of Arrogant Nephilim, they're starting to shoot the one shot every 6 seconds. Get a couple out of that, and 16s out of the structure damage. And they move now onto the boss. Whilst Wandering Ronin tries to reclaim their mid fort. With no Polybomb, I don't think Medivh can really do much about this boss call. Whereas with Leyline Seal, every once in a while I see a dirty boss intercept or something. 25-8 now after that boss take. Zagara grabbing the sappers in the top lane. Looks like Arrogant Nephilim. Gonna try to reclaim that as much of that top tower as they can before the next spawn. Meanwhile, Wandering Ronin taking the bottom one. And honestly, if I'm Arrogant Nephilim, I'm a little sad about this rotation. I wouldn't have wanted to give up this bottom fort if I could help it. Vratic checking out the scene. He steps forward, gets bodied a bit by Segatai. Medivh captures the altar in the bot lane. But Arrogant Nephilim have captured the mid lane one, and now they're up 16, almost 17 to 15, and 22 to 4 in terms of core health. One more altar should end this game. Arrogant Nephilim probably going to be playing it safe for now. Being the game is now on even talent tiers for the first time in a while. Yeah, anything they can do to just play it slow. Well, Diablo steps aggressively forward, is able to get the Shadow Charge on out. There's a Stay a While and Listen. Pops the Lightning Breath in defense. And now the Dragon Queen uses as well. This is a big old fight, and this is exactly the fight Wandering Ronin wants to take. There's a Ring of Frost in the back line. Roots 3, Vratic dropped low. Looks like Kerrigan going to be the first to fall. Did not get that Cleansing Flame out in time from the Alexstrasza. Diablo stepped too far forward. He's going to be in trouble now too. Excellent wing buffet there from Cavil at rest. Working to get Segatai out, and Vratic. They looked to turn on him, but didn't quite have the damage there. Cigar MVP says Fancy Feast. Yeah, honestly, the macro job Zagara's been doing, she's not at half of these fights, and she's still pressure everywhere all the time. Gonna be a single altar phase. I wouldn't be surprised if Arrogant Nephilim just let this one happen and instead tried to push on a fort, maybe mid fort, since they can safely give 4 health at no cost to themselves, and there's no reason to fight on even talent tier when you could just wait for 20 and then win the whole game then. Though with Sappers in the bottom, wouldn't have been surprised to see a bit more of a mounting defense from them there. Opaka and Vratic start sieging down. Finally that front wall dies. Sappers connect with the bottom fort. Deckard's going to get the channel on the altar. But Zagara puts away the mid keep again. Rotation's coming for her. But she's mounted up. She's headed out. She says see ya. I have a depth propulsion attempt here from the Blaze. Does not connect. Misses with the... Yeah, Knight says AN stayed too much top there. I do recall what you're talking about. Where they gave back over bottom. But they're going to try to take this bottom fort again. And I think they'll do it here before top happens. Yeah, they get another shot. Now a camp of Sappers is enough to end the game as well. They do only get the one shot before top gets taken. But now they're looking at that Sapper camp that could just be lethal. There's going to be a multi-shrine phase as well coming up here in the next, 2 minutes or so. I don't know exactly when. Maybe someone who knows cooldowns better than me will know. But yeah, Wandering Ronin taking back their towers. Sappers are being shoved bottom. I'm a little surprised Zagara isn't here for this potentially game-ending level 20 play. In fact, I don't like this at all. I think this is a bad macro call by them. But one they'll have figured out with time. They'll watch this VOD back. They'll realize could have been here sooner. Now the Sappers are going to fall before Zagara shows up. But they have level 20s. Got the Deep Chill on Jaina. Endless Creep for Zagara. Big Cleansing Flame. Got the Hellgate. Yeah, Arrogant Nephilim fighting under a tower at this point. They're just looking for any kind of a combo here. End the game. We have the Hellgate used on Archmage. Diablo bully in the backline, but he's getting kind of turned on. Luckily, he's got a tower there to support him. There's the Ring of Frost Lightning Breath combo. Deckard puts the Diablo to sleep and a bunch of other people. Polybomb heads around, and there goes Kerrigan. But Zagara had left the fight, picked up the channel, and ended the game. Yeah, good games by both sides. Arrogant Nephilim. Very strong team, though. Managed to persevere on through the 16 equal talent tier there. Held out for level 20 and ended the game successfully. Yeah, they were very much in control of that game the whole time. There were multiple points where all 6 forts were red. Very strong game from them. Trabe putting out the damage numbers on Jaina in terms of team fights. But really it was that Zagara just being everywhere on the map all the time. Using her global at 10. And just doing the work. She got 21,000 experience and all the siege damage. Real strong play from Arrogant Nephilim. We are going to go ahead and step away for a bit after I show you the talents, I guess. Here are the talents. But yeah, we'll be meeting up with Professor Bobo's stream. He'll be on here co-casting, bringing you Arrogant Nephilim versus whoever wins his games, don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you soon.